I just joined a new school when everyone tried to get me to say the forbidden word, so I did. When I was 15, me and my family moved from Puerto Rico to LA, and everything was super different. When I started school, I was just hoping I'd find someone chill enough to spend lunch times with so I wouldn't have to sit alone. That's when I met Mordecai. He came up to me right as the bell for lunch rang and asked, "Where are you from, white boy?" I laughed nervously. "I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm not actually white. I just look like it." Mordecai laughed and said, "Bet, then you can sit with us for lunch." As me and his boys all sat down in the lunch canteen, I realized I was the only lighter-skinned person at a table full of not lighter-skinned people. One of them, Deshaun, who sat across from me, locked eyes with me. "Dude, you gotta say it." I furrowed my brows, genuinely confused. "Say what?" Another boy chimed in. "You know, you gotta say it." Mordecai laughed. "Five-letter word, starts with N, ends with A." I laughed, thinking this was some sort of joke or weird initiation process. There's no way I'm saying that. The table went dead silent. Mordecai's smile disappeared. I waited for someone to laugh it off, but nobody did. They just turned away from me and started their own conversation like I wasn't even there. I sat through the rest of lunch sitting at their table in complete silence, invisible. The next day, I tried to walk up to their table, but Mordecai held up his hand. "You know what you gotta do if you want to sit with us." I shook my head. "I'm not saying it." "Aight, then you need to find new friends," he responded. The whole thing was so ridiculous I could barely keep a straight face, but he wasn't laughing. None of his friends were. I just lost an entire group of friends in less than 24 hours because I refused to say it. I almost said it right there and then, but I bit my tongue. It wasn't time yet, but as the week went on, it got harder and harder to hold back, because that's when gym class happened. The coach told 2 captains to pick their teams. I was the only one left, the only one unpicked. Finally, I snapped. I said it. I screamed it. "Why does nobody want me?" The captain just smirked. "You know why, white boy." The whole gym laughed. I stood there with my face burning, trying not to cry. The next week, I was walking through the hallway when someone bumped into me hard. Expired chocolate milk exploded all over my book bag. I looked up and saw Deshaun walking away. "That's what you get, white boy," he called over his shoulder, not even turning around to face me. I stood there dripping, kids laughing as they passed. I wanted to give in so badly, but I kept telling myself I wouldn't break, no matter what. It wasn't even because of morals anymore. It was because another Cuban white guy in my class got caught saying the word, and he got expelled. That would be me if I gave in. I was convinced I'd never say it. The weeks dragged on. One day my teacher pulled me aside and asked, "Is everything okay at home? You look exhausted." I just nodded and walked away. I couldn't explain that I was trapped. I couldn't explain that there was no way out until I found it. I was laying in bed that night, doom scrolling through TikTok, when I saw a video came up on my FYP of a Puerto Rican guy, just like me, saying the word. Enough was enough. If he said it, I could say it too. That Friday, I walked up to Mordecai's table. Everyone stopped talking. Deshaun crossed his arms. Mordecai looked at me like he was already bored. "You finally ready?" My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it. This was either going to save me or destroy me. I looked him dead in the eyes. "Nabla." Dead silence. Deshaun squinted at me. "What?" "I'm just following your rules. It's a 5-letter word that starts with N and ends with A. It's a math term. I learned about it last night. Look it up." Nobody moved. Mordecai pulled out his phone and typed it in. His eyebrows shot up. Then he started laughing. Not at me, with me. "This dude really said Nabla." Deshaun grabbed the phone, saw the screen, and his jaw dropped. "Yo, he's not lying." He stared at me for a long moment. Then he kicked out the chair next to him. "Sit down, Puerto Rico. You earned it."